It's not true, really, but it's quite fun watching people's reactions.
So if you're in a crowd, you need to be aware that you're all watching to see what the reaction is.
The people in the cars behind have a great time.
For years, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, has been one of the most overlooked members of the royal family. Many have called her their secret weapon, but now she's finally stepping into the spotlight like never before. However, in a shocking turn of events, Duchess Sophie has spoken out about a secret connected to Princess Diana. And it's shocking. Could this be the secret Diana tried to expose before her tragic fate? And why has it taken so long for the truth to surface? Join us as we unravel Sophie's shocking revelation of Diana's secret. Sophie's bond with Diana's legacy. In the world of royalty, where grand traditions and formalities often overshadow personal connections, true friendships can be rare. Yet Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, managed to form not just one, but two extraordinary bonds. First with Princess Diana, and later with Queen Elizabeth II. Through her quiet strength, unwavering loyalty, and down-to-earth nature, she earned a special place within the royal family, becoming what many call Diana's secret weapon in Prince William's circle. The British royal family is known for keeping a professional distance, but even within its walls, Queen Elizabeth had her favorites. Many assumed that Princess Anne, known for her strong personality and commitment to duty, was the Queen's closest female confidant. However, to the surprise of many, it was Sophie who held that deeply cherished role. What set Sophie apart was that she was refreshingly humble. Unlike others who fully embraced the luxuries of royal life, Sophie rejected unnecessary extravagance. She even declined costly security details unless absolutely necessary. This practical and unpretentious attitude resonated with the Queen, who saw in Sophie a rare kindred spirit, someone who remained grounded despite the immense privilege surrounding her. Royal expert Ingrid Seward once revealed that the Queen viewed Sophie almost like a surrogate daughter. Their bond was built not on duty alone, but on genuine affection. One of the things that brought them even closer was their shared love of military history. While Queen Elizabeth was often unable to visit historical sites herself, Sophie traveled on her behalf, calling the Queen from battlefields in France to recount details and stories. These seemingly small gestures meant the world to the Queen, showing that Sophie understood the importance of history, legacy, and personal connection in a way few others did. Sophie's influence in the royal family goes beyond her relationship with the Queen. She also shared a quiet but powerful bond with Princess Diana. In many ways, they were alike, both dedicated to their causes, both preferring to work behind the scenes rather than seek the spotlight. Like Diana, Sophie focused on meaningful charitable work rather than public recognition, ensuring that her efforts were about making a difference rather than making headlines. This shared philosophy made Sophie an invaluable ally within the family. Some now consider her Diana's secret weapon, the one person uniquely positioned to support William and his family as they navigate their royal roles. Following Queen Elizabeth's passing, Sophie's role in the monarchy has only grown stronger. She has become a steady source of support for Catherine, Princess of Wales, especially in challenging times. While some members of the royal family struggle with the pressures of public life, Sophie remains unwavering, a calm, dignified force in the background, ensuring stability and continuity for the next generation. And just like Diana, Sophie doesn't need to demand attention to leave a lasting impact. She leads with quiet determination, proving that true influence isn't about making the loudest noise, it's about making the greatest difference. So, what role has Sophie played in the royal monarchy? Let's find out. Duchess Sophie of Edinburgh's role. Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, has always been a quiet yet steady presence in the royal family. But as 2025 unfolds, her role has never been more crucial. With both King Charles and the Princess of Wales facing health challenges, the weight of royal duties has shifted onto a select few, and Sophie is at the heart of this transition. This isn't new for her. Ever since Prince Andrew stepped back from public life and Prince Harry and Meghan Markle chose to leave their royal roles behind, Sophie has quietly taken on more responsibilities. Unlike others who have come and gone, she has remained steadfast, proving her dedication to the stability of the monarchy. Prince William sees her as a trusted ally, and insiders suggest he has significant plans for her role when he eventually takes the throne. But for Sophie, this isn't just about duty, it's deeply personal. Those close to the royal family believe she made a silent promise long ago. In private moments, she has reportedly said, "I promised her," referring to a vow she made to Princess Diana. While their bond wasn't widely publicized, they shared an understanding of the immense pressures of royal life. Sophie took it upon herself to ensure that William and his family would always have someone they could trust. Despite not being born into royalty, Sophie adapted seamlessly to life within the firm. When she first met Queen Elizabeth II, she was nervous and unsure of her place. However, over time, she built an unshakable bond with the late monarch based on shared values and a preference for a low-key approach to royal duties. Unlike some who married into the family for status or attention, Sophie was never interested in the spotlight. She was always focused on the bigger picture. Now, she has become one of the most vital figures in the royal family, proving that quiet reliability can be just as powerful as public charisma. Sophie's unwavering support for Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has only strengthened her standing within the family. With Kate stepping back from royal duties to focus on her health, Sophie has stepped up without hesitation. A royal insider put it simply, "With Sophie, it's never about her. She understands that the royal family works best when they function as a team." Her dedication was further recognized when she was named the new royal patron of a charity previously supported by Prince Philip. Time and again, she has proven her willingness to take on major responsibilities, even filling the shoes of some of the most iconic figures in royal history. As Prince William prepares for the future of the monarchy, Sophie and her family will likely play an even larger role. Her children, Lady Louise and James, Viscount Severn, have largely remained out of the spotlight, but with their parents' growing influence, they could take on more active roles in the years to come. Sophie and Prince Edward may not have always been in the limelight, but their quiet dedication has made them invaluable. As the royal family faces new challenges, one thing is certain: Sophie isn't just carrying out a role. She's fulfilling a promise made in confidence, a vow to stand by William's family, and a silent assurance that Diana's legacy will always have a protector within the palace walls. Over the years, the friendship between Sophie and Kate has grown into one of the strongest relationships within the royal family. Though they come from different backgrounds, their shared experience as outsiders who married into royalty has forged a deep connection. Their bond has been evident in both public and private moments. From their first warm exchanges on the Buckingham Palace balcony during the RAF flypast in 2011 to their joint appearances at Royal Ascot and Wimbledon, their friendship has only deepened. During the pandemic, they teamed up for virtual engagements, showcasing their natural camaraderie. But their connection goes beyond public events. Sophie has been a quiet mentor to Kate, offering guidance that only someone with years of experience in the royal family can provide. Having joined the firm over a decade before Kate, she understands the struggles of stepping into such a high-pressure role. In 2020, a body language expert noted that Sophie often maintains strong eye contact with Kate, a subtle but powerful sign of her watchful, almost maternal support. This presence has been even more crucial in recent months, as Kate steps away from public life to focus on her recovery. Sophie has stepped in seamlessly, ensuring that key royal engagements continue without disruption, not just out of duty, but out of genuine care for her sister-in-law. Sophie has also been a protective figure for Kate in quieter moments. At Princess Eugenie's wedding, when a gust of wind caught Kate's dress, Sophie was seen reacting with both amusement and attentiveness, a small but telling sign of their sisterly bond. On Remembrance Sunday, during an emotional 2-minute silence, she placed a reassuring hand on Kate's back, a simple gesture of comfort and solidarity. Their similarities extend beyond their roles within the monarchy. Both women, having come from relatively modest upbringings, have a natural connection with the public. They share a passion for children's charities and youth-focused initiatives, and their mutual love for sports and fashion has been evident in their many appearances together over the years. As the royal family evolves, Kate and Sophie are emerging as two of its most vital figures. Could their relationship be a partnership built on trust, shared responsibilities, and an unwavering commitment to the future of the monarchy? Let's take a closer look. The silent power player. While many members of the royal family often find themselves in the spotlight, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, has quietly built her influence away from the public eye. She has never sought attention for her work, yet those within royal circles know her as one of the most dedicated and hard-working members of the firm. Her strong sense of duty has allowed her to take on some of the monarchy's most challenging and sensitive issues, without the media frenzy that usually follows other royals. One of her most important missions has been the fight against sexual violence in conflict zones. Unlike the usual royal engagements, which often involve ceremonial duties, this cause demands more than just appearances. It requires deep emotional involvement. Sophie has met with survivors who have endured horrific experiences, and their heartbreaking stories have left a profound impact on her. At one event, she was visibly moved to tears after hearing the harrowing account of a woman who had suffered unimaginable trauma. But Sophie does more than just listen and express sympathy. She takes action. She has used her royal status to push for real, meaningful change, insisting that the UK has a moral responsibility to support victims and ensure their voices are heard. She has been outspoken in calling out those responsible for such atrocities, referring to them as war criminals who must be held accountable. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, when many royal duties were put on hold, Sophie did not step back. While others paused their engagements, she remained active, working behind the scenes to keep the fight against sexual violence on the global agenda.
At the restoration of the conflict-related sexual violence Survivors' Rights Conference,
she continued meeting with organizations, policymakers, and activists, ensuring that the issue was not forgotten. Unlike high-profile royal initiatives that make headlines, much of her work happens quietly, yet its impact is undeniable. Experts see Sophie as one of the royal family's most influential yet underrated figures. She has a unique ability to handle difficult discussions with both compassion and determination, setting her apart from other royals whose influence is often measured by their public appearances and popularity. Sophie understands the responsibility that comes with her position and chooses to use it not for personal recognition, but to amplify the voices of those who need help the most. As the monarchy continues to evolve, Sophie's role is becoming even more important. Though she may not dominate the news, her quiet but powerful influence is felt within the royal family and beyond. She has shown that true leadership isn't about being in the spotlight. It's about making a real difference, even if it means working in the background where it matters most. Sophie's royal diplomacy. Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, has quietly built a reputation as one of the most dependable and drama-free members of the royal family. While others have been caught up in controversies, she has remained steady, earning trust as a reliable figure within the monarchy. Royal commentator Katie Nicholl has praised Sophie for her down-to-earth personality and strong work ethic, describing her as a behind-the-scenes force who gets things done without drawing attention to herself. Sophie has a remarkable ability to handle the complexities of royal relationships. She has maintained strong ties with both senior members of the family and the younger generation, acting as a bridge between them. During the well-publicized tensions between Prince William and Prince Harry, she reportedly provided quiet support without taking sides. Unlike some royals who have been pulled into family disputes, Sophie has managed to remain neutral, allowing her to preserve good relationships with both brothers. She has also kept her distance from Prince Andrew's controversies, making it clear she wanted no part in the scandal. Despite their long-standing family ties, she refused to share a home with him, reinforcing her stance on maintaining integrity. Beyond her role within the royal family, Sophie has taken on significant diplomatic responsibilities. She frequently travels to war-torn regions on behalf of the UK government, meeting with survivors and advocating for those affected by conflict.
female and male survivors of the most appalling atrocities they have endured since the start of the war in 2022.
Her humanitarian work has taken her to places like Sudan, Kosovo, and Ukraine, where she has spoken with people who have endured unimaginable hardships. During a recent visit to Chad, she met with refugees fleeing violence in Sudan, listening to their harrowing stories and calling for global action. She has also drawn attention to the dangers faced by women in conflict zones, highlighting how many are forced into desperate measures that expose them to further violence. Sophie has been a strong advocate for the Women, Peace and Security agenda, a global initiative dedicated to protecting women in war-affected areas. She has worked closely with grassroots organizations, government leaders, and survivors, using her platform to amplify voices that often go unheard. While other royals focus on high-profile public engagements, Sophie has chosen to immerse herself in sensitive and often overlooked issues, shining a light on humanitarian crises that rarely make headlines. Her commitment to humanitarian efforts was particularly evident during her visit to Ukraine. Unlike some public figures who use such trips for media attention, Sophie kept a low profile, insisting that her visit wasn't about bravery, but about listening and raising awareness. Her ability to engage with crisis-affected communities without making herself the center of attention has earned her widespread respect. With her growing influence in diplomacy and humanitarian work, Sophie has become one of the most important, yet often underrated figures in the monarchy. She proves that true power isn't about being in the spotlight. It's about taking meaningful action and making a real difference in the world. Conflicts behind the palace walls. Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, has built a strong reputation as one of the most reliable and respected members of the royal family. She has formed close relationships with key figures, proving herself as someone the monarchy can count on. However, when it comes to her dynamic with Queen Camilla, things appear more complicated. During Queen Elizabeth II's reign, Sophie was seen as one of her most trusted allies, frequently by her side at major royal events. She exuded warmth and loyalty, playing a significant role in the late Queen's inner circle. But when it comes to her interactions with Queen Camilla, the atmosphere seems noticeably different. Body language experts and royal observers have pointed out the contrast. Sophie shares an easygoing bond with Catherine, Princess of Wales, often displaying warmth and camaraderie. Yet around Camilla, she appears much more formal and distant. At Queen Elizabeth's funeral, small but telling moments added to the speculation of tension behind closed palace doors. Sophie was seen walking protectively beside Kate, demonstrating a strong sense of unity. In contrast, her demeanor with Camilla remained detached. Unlike Kate, who has publicly shown deference to Camilla's role as queen consort, Sophie has not been as openly supportive. This has led many to wonder whether there is an unspoken strain in their relationship rather than a natural sense of friendship. This difference is evident during public engagements. Sophie and Kate often appear in sync, reflecting an effortless and genuine connection. Meanwhile, her interactions with Camilla seem noticeably restrained. While Kate has smoothly adjusted to Camilla's growing role within the royal family, Sophie's reserved nature suggests that she may be reluctant to fully embrace the new hierarchy. Some believe this hesitancy stems from her deep-rooted loyalty to Queen Elizabeth, making it difficult for her to seamlessly transition into this new chapter of the monarchy. Adding to this perception is Sophie's well-known aversion to performative displays of royal unity. She has never been one to put on a show for the sake of appearances. Instead, she remains steady and consistent, focusing on duty rather than personal dynamics. Her deep respect and loyalty to Queen Elizabeth likely shaped her reserved approach toward Camilla, as she was deeply connected to the previous era of the monarchy. Despite any underlying tensions, Sophie remains an essential figure within the royal family. King Charles III values her commitment to her duties, and Prince William respects her calm and level-headed nature. Unlike other members who have been drawn into controversies, Sophie has successfully balanced being an active royal while avoiding unnecessary drama. However, her noticeably distant interactions with Camilla highlight the complex web of relationships within the monarchy, proving that even in a world defined by tradition and order, personal dynamics still play a significant role in shaping the balance of power. So, what's next for Sophie? Let's dive in and find out. A guiding force for the next generation. Beyond her role within the royal family's inner circle, Sophie has taken on an important, often overlooked responsibility, helping to nurture and support the next generation of royals. She has formed a particularly strong bond with Prince William and Princess Kate's children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. With William and Kate balancing the pressures of royal life and their many public duties, Sophie has provided a steady, affectionate presence for their young children. At her home, Bagshot Park, she is known for organizing relaxed and fun activities such as playdates, picnics, and outdoor adventures. These gatherings offer the children a rare opportunity to enjoy a normal childhood, away from the rigid formality of royal engagements and public expectations. As a mother herself, Sophie understands the importance of giving children space to be themselves. Her own children, Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, were raised with a careful blend of royal tradition and personal independence, an approach she now extends to her interactions with George, Charlotte, and Louis. Royal experts believe Sophie will play a key role in mentoring the young royals as they navigate the unique challenges of royal life. Her influence is already evident in how she engages with them during public appearances. She is often seen bending down to their level, speaking to them with warmth and encouragement, ensuring they feel at ease in the spotlight. This goes beyond simply being a fun, affectionate aunt. Sophie is a trusted guardian and a source of support for William and Kate as they prepare their children for their future responsibilities. With King Charles focusing on a slimmed-down monarchy, the pressures on Prince George as a future king will only increase. Sophie's presence ensures that he and his siblings have a strong family connection outside of their parents, someone they can trust, rely on, and turn to for guidance. Her ability to balance warmth with responsibility makes her a vital figure in shaping the future of the royal family. For decades, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, has quietly cemented her role as one of the monarchy's most influential figures. As King Charles's reign progresses and Prince William prepares for his future role as king, Sophie's importance is only expected to grow. Unlike some high-profile royals, Sophie has built her influence not through spectacle, but through steady dedication. This has earned her the respect of both the monarchy and the public. While others have faced challenges under the intense scrutiny of royal life, Sophie has remained a symbol of stability, handling her role with grace and avoiding unnecessary controversy. Her responsibilities extend beyond traditional royal duties. She has also championed important causes, including gender equality and support for survivors of violence. As the monarchy continues evolving in a rapidly changing world, Sophie's experience and diplomatic skills will be crucial in maintaining stability and ensuring the royal family remains relevant. Her legacy will likely be defined not by dramatic headlines, but by her unwavering commitment to duty. She has played a key role in mentoring the younger generation, ensuring that the monarchy's next chapter is built on a solid foundation. Looking ahead, Sophie's influence may expand even further, potentially taking on a more prominent advisory position when Prince William eventually becomes king. But one thing is certain: her impact on the royal family is already firmly established, and she will remain one of its most trusted and dependable figures for years to come. What are your thoughts on Sophie's startling revelation about Diana's secret? Share your opinion with us in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe.